Hey Magic fans, and welcome to the Let's Talk Magic podcast game day preview. Looking at game day number 47 for the Orlando Magic against the Dallas Mavericks. This is the back end of a back-to-back. We are in Dallas tonight and taking on a Dallas team that are also playing their third game in 4 nights. And it's also the first of 5 consecutive road games for us in the next 9 days. Venue is American Airlines Centre in Dallas, Texas. UK tip time is a far from friendly 1:30 a.m, which is 8:30 p.m. in Orlando and 7:30 p.m. in Dallas. To watch here in the UK, you are going to need an active NBA League Pass subscription. Going to talk about the Magic first. It's what we do. Season record 24-22. We won our last game. Going to come to that in a minute, and we are on a 3-7 record in the last 10 played. Road record of 9-15, and we are standing 8th in the East. Record is tied with Miami, but Miami do hold us the tiebreaker, having a 2-1 record over us so far this season, so they are in 7th. Points per game, we are scoring 111.3, conceding 110.8. Offensively rated still at the 24th position, and defensively we are 4th. Last time out, we took on the Phoenix Suns last night, and I would suggest that it was one of the best defensive quarters of the season, and we pulled out an exceptional home win over the Phoenix Suns, 98-113. The Magic's defence was, oh wow, so good that even with, in the fourth quarter, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant all featuring for the Suns, the Suns scored just 9 points in the opening 10 minutes of that final period, and they were held to being without a field goal in an 8-minute stretch as well during the fourth. It was at that point that Frank Vogel waved the white flag and emptied his bench. We fought back from 13 points down with an efficient shooting second half. Paolo Banchero led the team, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Mo Wagner, he recorded his second double-double of the season, 16 points, 12 rebounds. He was superb. Younger brother Franz filled the stat sheet, 11 points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists. I actually had the misfortune that not to have the Magic commentary feed during the game when I was watching it today. The Phoenix Suns commentary team were absolutely raving about Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner, the combination of the two together. The other player that they were also raving about, Markelle Fultz, added 14 points, and he was an absolute menace to them all night, making 5 steals. You can't ignore also another 2 players that they were talking about, Jonathan Isaac and Anthony Black. J.I. did an incredible job guarding Durant, holding him to his second lowest scoring performance of the season with just 15 points. Anthony Black, he was in the face of whoever he was up against. His matchups included Bradley Beal and Devin Booker at various points. Our starting unit, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr. From the bench, we saw Anthony Black, Jonathan Isaac, Cole Anthony, Mo Wagner and Joe Ingles as the core 5. And for the final 2 minutes, Trevelin Queen, Caleb Houston, Chuma KK and Goga Bitadze also came on. Admiral Schofield was available, but he did not dress to play. Start with the good news about tonight. Jonathan Isaac is available. Being a back-to-back was questionable as to whether we'd actually see him because he hasn't been part of those through his injury management program that he's been on. But tonight he is available. Markelle Fultz, interestingly, he is listed as questionable. And again, we've not been seeing him as part of the second night of a back-to-back, so this is good. Gary Harris, yeah, he's listed out again. Jet Howard, unavailable G League assignment. Kevon Harris is also out. Coach Mosley could, therefore, be using his preferred starting unit. If not, if Fultz isn't good to go, then I expect Anthony Black to slot in for his 30th start. On to the Dallas Mavericks. Regular season record of 25-21. They lost their last game and are 4-6 in the last 10 plays, standing 8th in the West, quite similar to ourselves. However, they are scoring a lot more points at 118.7 per game. They are also conceding a hell of a lot more than us, 118.3 conceded per game. So they rate 9th on offence and 23rd defensively. At home, they are a 13-12 record. So it hasn't been a fortress for them this season. Interesting considering how poorly we've had a record over recent years against Dallas in Dallas. Come to that in a bit. Offensively, this is a team with an eye for a three-pointer. They take and make the league's second most per game. Inside the arc, they have an accuracy that's finishing 10th best in the league. Shot creation, they have a balance between assists and individual ability. They also have the second fewest turnovers per game, and they also get to the free throw line with ease. Defensively, their statistics obviously are far from impressive in all categories, and especially so in rebounding. Quite surprising considering one or two of the players that they've got, but they have some of the league's worst rebounding statistics. The exception to their defensive stats is obviously the concession from points off of turnovers, because they just really don't turn over the ball that often. Last time out, the Dallas Mavericks, they took a home loss 120-115 to the Sacramento Kings. That was on January 27th, and that was the second night of a back-to-back for them. Dallas were trailing by as many as 19 in the final quarter, going into the final quarter, and despite scoring 40 points in that final period, that deficit was just too big to overcome. Luka Doncic led the Mavs with a triple-double, 28 points, 17 assists, 10 rebounds. Grant Williams put up 27 points. He was kind of playing in place of the injured Kyrie Irving, and the bench was led by Tim Hardaway Jr. with 19 points. Their starting unit in that game: Luka Doncic, Grant Williams, Josh Green, Jaden Harvey and Derek Lively III. Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi Kleber, Seth Curry, Rashawn Holmes and AJ Griffin came from the bench. Markieff Morris was available but did not play. So tonight, Maxi Kleber, he is out. He's probable with right toe soreness. Dante Exum, right knee soreness. Geraint Jones Jr., left wrist sprain, and Dwight Powell, he has an eye injury, corneal abrasion. They're all questionable. And Kyrie Irving is out. So Jason Kidd is very much going to be waiting to see what his game time decisions actually come about before he's setting out his team tonight. Head-to-head with Dallas. In 70 regular season games played, the score stands at 29-41 to Dallas. We met on game day 7 this season, which was November 6th, in Orlando, and it was a home court defeat, 117-102. Game of two halves, we led by 13 points at the half, shooting 59% during that first half. Rough second half, and we went cold, particularly from range, and we scored just 36 points in that period, and fouled and turned the ball over. It's been the same old story for us, really, hasn't it, all season? Over the last 2 seasons, the series has been split 1-1, each team winning their home court game. I said we were going to come to this. Orlando have not won a game in Dallas for 11 straight games. Our last road win was January the 8th, 2011, when we were led to victory by Dwight Howard. So final thought for tonight. Look, claiming both games on a home to road back-to-back is far from an easy task. And going up against somebody like Luka Doncic makes that task absolutely no easier. In his last 5 games, he's hit a 73-point game, scored 33 twice, a 34-pointer, and his lowest was 28 points in that last game, which was a triple-double. Across the season, he is averaging 34.4 points per game, 9.4 assists, and in 11 games against the Magic in his career, he is averaging 27.1 points per game, 8.1 rebounds and 7.2 assists. We've got to find a way of slowing this guy down. But as like Devin Booker last night, where he erupted for a game-high 44 points, the Magic will have to try and force him into making contested, tough shots. For Orlando, it is essential that we have that same defensive intensity as last night. Luka will score, but we can slow him. And we can definitely slow those around him. That is very much doable. So, if you enjoyed this game preview, as always, please, we always say, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our socials, but more importantly, let's go Magic and let's get that W.